This module focuses on the expenses of registered associations. We will talk briefly about an association's ongoing expenses, then we will look at some rules and restrictions for expenses related to election campaigns. Only the financial agent and authorized electoral district agents can incur or pay the registered association's expenses. As ongoing entities, associations might incur expenses for maintaining an office, communicating with constituents, promoting their work, and so on. The Canada Elections Act does not set limits on an association's expenses, but the financial agent must report them in the annual financial return. Registered associations regularly incur expenses for property or services that are later used to promote the candidate or the party during an election. In this case, the property or services must be transferred or sold to the party or candidate and reported by them as election expenses. This is important because parties and candidates are subject to election expenses limits. For example, let's say the registered association rents office space and the candidate uses that space as a campaign office during the election. The candidate must report the rent expense for the election period as an election expense. As another example, if the association's website stays online during the election period, it is an election expense of the candidate. The candidate's official agent will need to approve this transfer from the association. If the official agent does not want the expense to count toward the candidate's limit, the website must go offline during the election period. There are other restrictions when it comes to election advertising. During an election period, the registered association is prohibited from transmitting election advertising or incurring expenses for election advertising. The association can conduct election advertising only if it is done on behalf of the candidate or the party. The association must receive prior written authorization from the authorized agent of the entity, and this authorization must be stated in or on the message. The expenses incurred for the advertising are election expenses of the candidate or the party. For example, the association plans to hire a media firm to develop promotional material for the candidate's campaign. The association must first get written authorization from the candidate's official agent. Once the work is done, the financial agent has to send a copy of the supplier invoice to the candidate's campaign. These expenses are election expenses of the candidate. To learn more, please take a look at our other modules and resources.